Oh yeah, Smash Brothers. Wait, Animal Crossing? What? Oh, I get it now. Oh, Nintendo, you sly motherfucker. If you watched part 1, then you know there's only one game left for me to discuss. And if you skipped part 1, you're probably only here for one reason and one reason only. Super Smash Bros. Going into the Nintendo Direct, I really didn't know what to expect in terms of Smash Bros. Footage. I didn't know how much footage they would show, whether it would be a trailer or screenshots. I didn't know how similar it would be to Brawl's first showing, such as what characters would be shown, how many newcomers would be revealed at that time, or just how the game would look overall. For that reason, I tried to keep my expectations low so I wouldn't be disappointed no matter what I saw. Not only did Nintendo not disappoint me in the slightest, it completely smashed, no pun intended, my expectations altogether. I think it was a smart move to save Smash Bros. For the very end of the Direct, because if anyone was watching it with the same mentality as me, they were passively acknowledging most of the announcements while actively waiting and searching for build-up to the inevitable Smash Bros. Announcement. If they had shown Smash at any other time during the Direct, I might have felt tempted to tune out the rest of the announcements once SSB's time in the spotlight was over, or stop watching entirely having felt satisfied with seeing what I wanted to see the most. Nintendo probably knew that Smash was what a lot of people wanted to see more than anything, so it's more than likely that they were just building up hype by saving it for last, which makes complete sense in my book. But all that aside, let's talk about the game itself. I'm glad that they're making a version for both the 3DS and Wii U because first of all, I can't honestly be the only one who has ever wanted a portable Smash Bros. And second, the Wii U is in desperate need of a system seller, so it certainly needs Smash Bros. As well. Having the game available on both platforms caters to anyone who has one system but not the other. I do wish, however, that they would have gone into detail at some point about how exactly the two versions are going to interact and differentiate from one another, since we know for certain that one is not simply going to be a port of the other. But this is the game's first big unveiling, so I guess we'll just have to wait on that for now. I really like the way the 3DS version is looking so far, because I was a little skeptical on how Nintendo was going to bring a massive game like Smash Bros. To a handheld without making significant sacrifices, but so far it's looking pretty impressive. I love the game's art style with the cel-shaded appearance. I was worried the graphics would look watered down or blurry on a handheld screen when we've been used to seeing the series on a much larger screen, but it really does look fantastic. Everything is just so colorful and the characters stand out really well with the border lines around them, so it'll be easy to keep track of your character on screen. Not to mention that up close, everything has a certain level of detail. Obviously not as deep as the console iterations, but it does look like an up-to-date handheld game, and I really like that. If this trailer was just a sign of things to come, then I strongly believe that this game could shape up to be one of the best looking games on the 3DS overall. But while I found the 3DS version to be simply impressive for a handheld version, the Wii U version on the other hand looks absolutely stunning. I was completely blown away by it. The level of detail and just the grand scope of everything happening on screen is unlike anything the series has ever shown before. I knew Smash Bros. Would look beautiful in HD, but somehow I could never have imagined it to look so polished. From a gameplay standpoint, it looks like this game is running off the Brawl engine. But even if the game plays strikingly similar to its predecessor, it will at least look much brighter, cleaner, and overall much more appealing to the eye than Brawl did. Looking back, Brawl's graphical style now looks a little gritty and toned down in color scheme, but in this game, everything is just so vibrant and exploding with personality without sacrificing the standard level of detail that we've come to expect from Melee and Brawl. That's not to say that Brawl looks ugly now in comparison. It's still one of the best looking Wii games in my opinion, but I feel this new visual style looks all the more dazzling in HD than Brawl would if it had just been remade with an HD look. I know that going on and on about graphics in a game isn't something I normally do because I firmly believe that graphics aren't everything, but I simply can't overlook what a fantastic job Sakurai and his team have done so far, and this most likely isn't even the final product. Think of how good it will look once the game is finished. However, since this was more of a theatrical trailer than anything else, there's a limit to how much I can discuss about the gameplay without drifting into speculation territory, and for the sake of this video, I want to primarily discuss specifically what was shown. Based on not only the trailer, but also the developer direct, it looks like Bowser and Pit have received noticeable changes to their designs. Bowser's no longer hunched over, he's got a new dropkick, and now he actually runs instead of grinding along the ground like a race car. Pit's moveset is Uprising inspired this time around, and this will undoubtedly make his character feel fresh and brand new, instead of just being recycled from Brawl. At this point, I'm just sort of hoping all the veterans will receive little tweaks to their movesets here and there, in order to address their weaknesses from the previous installments, make them feel a little more new and exciting again, instead of just the same old build, and ultimately help the roster become much more balanced than it has been in previous games. I have faith that Namco Bandai will come through on this, given their experience with developing fighting games in the past. There have been 3 big newcomers announced to the game so far, the first being the Villager from Animal Crossing. I'm not absolutely ecstatic about this one since I'm not the biggest Animal Crossing fan on Earth. Personally, I never felt the Animal Crossing series needed a character in Smash Bros. To begin with, since compared to Nintendo's other franchises, Animal Crossing is more of a pacifist when lined up against action-packed behemoths. I felt the stage in Brawl was the best possible representation for the series, but I certainly can't deny that the Villager's moveset looks humorously unique. I've also found the Villager growing on me thanks to the hilarious internet-generated memes about him, in which he is portrayed as a cold-blooded murderer with a death stare. Oh, sometimes I love the internet. Next is the Wii Fit Trainer. I was late to hearing about this announcement, and when I heard people announcing her reveal left and right, I honestly thought they were just trolling. Then I saw the actual trailer, and I laughed my ass off. This is one of the best what the hell characters to ever come to Smash Bros. Purely because no one could have ever seen this coming, and because she just fits so damn well. The fact that she's using yoga to directly attack is just ridiculously awesome, and I love it. I was initially a little annoyed that Nintendo would troll us by putting a character like her in Smash Bros., but she really sort of grew on me over time. If you think about it, she really does have a lot of merit. Wii Fit Trainer represents a completely unique, yet highly successful aspect of Nintendo, and she's another female character, which Smash Bros. Is considerably lacking in that respect. It does disturb me though that there's already Rule 34 of Wii Fit Trainer, however. Yet, at the same time, I can't say that I'm entirely surprised as this exists. The third newcomer is quite possibly the most exciting, Mega Man. He's finally in Smash Bros. I'd be lying if I said I'm a big fan of Mega Man, but even I was very excited to see him finally make it in. During the years of speculation, I agreed with most gamers in the idea that Mega Man would be a perfect fit for Smash Bros., but given the sour reputation of Capcom in the eyes of the gaming community at the moment, I seriously didn't think Mega Man's chances were that good. I'm glad that he's here. He looks very faithful to his 8-bit incarnation, and as I stand outside of the franchise looking in, I have to say that Mega Man looks like a fantastic character. His moveset is exciting, and I want to try him out when the game comes out. So, all I can really say is congratulations to all the fans out there who've been clamoring for Mega Man's inclusion. You got your wish, and who knows what can happen now that we know that Nintendo is listening to its fans. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised with the newcomers shown so far. Each one of them has surprised me in their own way. At this point, I think anything is possible in terms of who could make it in. Mega Man's inclusion demonstrates that Sakurai and his team are acknowledging what the fans want, and since we've been requesting so many others, it's exciting to think about who might get picked, or what curveball Sakurai might throw at us next. As much as I would love to continue discussing this game, we were only shown so much, and so there was only so much I can say about it at this moment. 2014 is a long way away though, and anything can happen in the time from now until then. If I did happen to miss anything about the reveal that you wanted me to discuss, please let me know and I'll be happy to discuss it with you in the comments below. Well, I feel it's getting to be that time for me to wrap things up. So, that's how I feel about the new Smash Bros. I'm extremely excited for it and I can't wait to learn more. So, I'll close this video with a question. Who is the one character you want in Smash Bros. More than anything else? Leave your comment down below and happy smashing. Thanks for watching, and this has been Brawlmaster012 signing off.